Hello, one and all, and welcome to your Monday One Show with Gabby Logan.
And Matt Baker, who we should all say a huge welcome back to after spending the last week on the road with Team Rickshaw for Children in Need.
It was a fun week.
Exhausting.
I tell you, yeah, I'm not used to not wearing a cycling helmet, so I don't know what's going to happen in the next
Yeah, that's great. Now, we've seen Team Rickshaw battling the elements, covering huge distances in gruelling conditions, all against the backdrop of some incredible scenery. An epic saga.
Yeah.
Which makes tonight's guest feel right at home.
Yeah, with a little bit of help from Team Rickshaw as well and some movie magic. Let's welcome Kit Harington! Take a deep breath, Kit, as you go through the smoke. Good to see you. Welcome back to the One Show.
Good to see you.
And thanks, of course, for the movie magic to Kieran, to Phoebe, to Harry, to Maisie, to Abby and to Kayla. Team Rickshaw, we're going to be chatting to them later on. Thank you all, guys. You said you wanted a career in television. First show back. Nailed it.
And now, I do believe the last time you were here, you just announced your engagement.
Yeah.
Rose, and you've been married now.
Got married.
Married, got the ring, had the wedding. Look, there you are. Beautiful scenes. And you pretty much had to stop filming on Game of Thrones, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I did tell them it was their fault.
Of course.
I wanted to arrange the wedding, and that meant that obviously I wanted a lot of my friends from the show there, the producers, the writers, so everyone that would need to shut down production seemed to have to come. But I said, it's your fault that we got together, so you've only got yourselves to blame.
Magic times. But did you say that your favourite scene in the whole of Game of Thrones was the one where your current wife actually dies?
Yes.
Why? What was so
I just thought it was. I thought it was brilliant.
Just for Rose's sake, by the way, can I just say current wife? Wife does.
Well, you know,
yeah,
like,
wife.
I mean, yeah, sorry, like...
Real wife,
not
real
in the
wife.
telly wife, yes, yeah. Yeah, it was, so, yeah.
Because it was so moving. She did such an amazing job with it, and I think it's just, you know, it's one of those moments in the whole thing that I thought was beautiful. I didn't like it because she was now no longer in the show.
You were very proud of her performance as well, obviously. Now, we are going to talk later on about True West, which is the play that you've been rehearsing for, open on Friday, and in more detail about what the story kind of pertains to. But it's about sibling rivalry. And we know you and your brother, Jack, had quite an interesting kind of rivalry growing up, didn't you? He used to make you do some pretty nasty things.
Yeah, I had to call him before coming on this because I said we might talk about sibling rivalry, and do you mind if I repeat some of the stories about what you did to me? And
what did he make you eat?
Well, some of them I won't because he's asked me not to.
Fair enough.
But he's 3 years older than me, and I think that's a tough age for boys. I think that if there's 3 years between you, when you're growing up, he sees you as absolutely competition.
Well, I thought we had a lot in common because he made you eat something pretty gross, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did. We grew up in the countryside, so
Here we go.
would offer me things and tell me they were other things. So try this new type of chocolate, which isn't chocolate, it's cow powder. Yeah, so...
Nice.
It wasn't,
well, look, we used to make...
He obviously still has that hanging over you, though, as well, due to
He's
the phone
got
call that he had.
Well, I'm the eldest, and we used to make my brother eat baby wipes on long car journeys. We used to see who could keep them in their mouth for the longest, but we didn't tell him we hadn't put it in our mouths. So 20 junctions down the M1, he was still going. So I know what your brother's going through. It's a bit of guilt, I think, later on. As I say, your new play opens on Friday at the Vaudeville Theatre. Sibling rivalry is the kind of central theme there. Tell us a little bit more about True West.
It's a play. It's essentially two brothers in a room in their mother's house just outside of LA. And one of the brothers, my character Austin, is a screenwriter who's trying to write a screenplay. A bit more straight-laced than his other brother Lee, who's played by Johnny Flynn, who's a thief and a vagabond and is quite a dangerous, threatening guy. And he's trying to put me off writing my screenplay throughout the show. And it's actually there's a role reversal that happens, where Lee manages to sell his screenplay to the producer that I'm trying to sell. So they role reverse, and it's very, very funny. It's very it's fast, it's quick, it's
Johnny Flynn is kind of playing opposite you, isn't he?
Yeah.
Your brother there. And how's that relationship going? Because I guess it's quite early days, but you know, if you're playing brothers, then you've got to. It would have been a nightmare playing this role opposite someone I didn't like. Of course, yeah.
Because he bullies me all the way through his character bullies my character all the way through the show.
Right.
And luckily, I really, really like him. He's the nicest guy. He's the sweetest guy. He's an incredible actor.
Having seen some of the rehearsal scenes, you don't solve your differences with a cup of tea and a nice chit-chat, do you? There's a lot of physicality.
No, yeah, there is a fight. There's a couple of fights. And
You're quite good at those, though, from previous...
I've had some experience. Yeah. I like a fight. There's Johnny and me. Yeah, he's brilliant, and I think it ends in quite a dramatic fashion. So I don't want to spoil it and tell you what happens, but it ends in essentially them wrestling for their lives together, really.
And why this play in particular? Because I'm sure you're inundated with offers, you know, but if you want, you haven't done theatre for ages, have you? A couple of years? Yeah,
I just thought it was so... It's Sam Shepard, and he died last year, the playwright Sam Shepard. And he's one of the American greats, you know. He's only recently passed away, but he's already a classical American playwright. And his work is just so fascinating and goes so deep, and I don't know, I think I wanted to do it because it was a chance to work with a brilliant director on a play written by an incredible playwright with another incredible actor, and share that space and not be alone doing it, actually bat off someone else.
And we talked about how your brother could be a little bit testing when you were younger, but he also attributes some of your acting success and skills to the way he behaved with you. Has he got a point, do you think?
Yeah, he's... yeah, I mean, I hasten to add, we're like best friends now.
Yeah, of course.
But I used to get him in trouble by fake crying. So I wouldn't actually need to be beaten up for him to get in trouble by Mum and Dad. So now he attributes my acting career.
You can turn it like that.
Yeah, like that. Tears on.
Yeah.
Well, your theatre play, True West, is on the Vaudeville Theatre until February, which you've got time to do that now because you've finished with filming as far as Game of Thrones are concerned.
Forever.
Forever. It's done. It doesn't feel like it's completely done yet because we've still got it to come out.
And then you've got to do all the junkets and all the press for that as well.
Yeah, our biggest season, you know,
It took longer than any other season to film as well.
Yeah, it was
Why was that?
9 months. 9 months. It's usually 6 months, and we spent a lot longer on less episodes. It's just because it had to be bigger, you know, you're finishing...
Even bigger.
Yeah, probably the most epic TV show there's been, so it had to feel like movies on TV, and that's what they've done, and I think I'm really excited about it. I think.
And when you read the script initially, then, and you got to the very end of it, and you read the last few lines, I mean, what kind of weird feelings must go through you when you know? It's
one of those things. It's not sadness. It's not. It's more than that. It's emotion, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're just very emotional about this thing that has meant so much to you, that has built you a career, that you met your wife on, that you have some of your best memories from, that you have some of your best friends from, like all of that, the culmination of those things, and then them coming to the end as they have to do. It's just one of those you go, I'm never gonna do anything like that again. No matter how lucky I am, I will never do anything like Game of Thrones again.
Amazing that you made it right to the finish. Well, we don't know what's happened, but you know, as far as the series are concerned, you did them all. I mean,
well, you did come back once, so you know.
Yeah, exactly. Immortal. Immortal. So we did lots of travel games, as I'm sure you can imagine, Kit, along the way. Alphabet games, goodness, shopping games, the whole lot. But we understand that you love a crossword, and this really is your thing. Are we right in that?
You're right, I'm not good at them, but, I love them, yeah.
OK, well, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a little bit... It's not a cryptic one, you'll be pleased to know. Well, it kind of is,
weirdly.
Well,
it's about you. If you want a hint,
OK,
you can't really get these wrong.
My favourite type of crossword.
The first question is one down. It relates to this interview we're going to see a clip from here, which was for a job as a MenCap ambassador.
Oh, we're in the middle of interviews here?
Are you looking for reception?
No, I'm here for the interview.
You what?
I'm Kit.
Oh yes, here you are. Kit Harington.
That rings a bell.
Game of Thrones?
Ah, Frodo.
Now, the question pertains to that interview. Later on in the interview, you sang a song by this band, and it is... on the clue there, it's one down and it's 5 letters. What was the band's name?
Was it Queen?
Yeah!
It was Queen.
Let's have a look.
It was Queen, yeah, we can say it was Queen.
Yes, well done.
Very good. OK, now we're going to go for 2 down. Kieran, you want to thank a lot of people who threw fizzy sweets at you, and because of that, your question is fizzy sweet related.
Where do you put your favourite fizzy sweets before eating them? And it's 7 letters.
Oh, this is, you know, for anyone who doesn't know this, you've got to put your fizzy sweets in the freezer. Any gelatine-based fizzy sweet in the freezer for about 2 hours. You'll never eat them the normal way again.
OK.
Excellent.
And finally, we're going to go to 3 across. You leaked a Game of Thrones spoiler to a police officer to avoid what? 2 words, 8 letters, then 6.
It was a speeding ticket.
It is speeding ticket. Well done.
And
Come on, you have to
finally,
elaborate on that quickly.
4 across. You said you'd love a role in this US kids TV show. It's 6 and 6. What would it be?
Sesame Street.
Let's have a look. Yes!
There you go.
And apparently, sometimes you would fake a little bit of a tummy ache or something to have a day off to watch Sesame Street, is that
Yeah, it was the only thing my mum let me watch when I was at home if I was ill from school. So I was quite happy with that situation.
It's a great show. It's a great show.
Have you got a clean licence now? Completely clean as far as...
Yeah. I'm hoping that if I get in trouble again, that new police officer is a fan of Game of Thrones.
Funny enough, police officers never want to know the running order of the one show, do they? Doesn't get
No. Thank you for getting in contact with all of your stories about sibling rivalry. We're
We've got some
read some
brilliant
out
ones
now.
here. I love this from Darren. His older sister Lisa made him and his younger sister Caroline eat a tomato ketchup sundae when they were kids. She wouldn't let them go anywhere until they'd finished it.
This
Pretty
comes
good.
in from Amy. Her older sister pulled her tooth out with a hanger so that she could get the money from the tooth fairy. Oh, dear.
Ben's older brother used to trick him out of money by saying, the bigger the coin, the more it's worth. Swapping a 2p is better than a 20p. One of them was richer.
This is from Jen in West Yorkshire. Her older brother used to make her some lovely meat sandwiches, which she thought were delicious. It's only recently he's told her that he put dog food in them.
Brilliant.
Well, it's almost time to say goodbye. Thanks again to our incredible rickshaw riders one more time. Big thanks to Kit. All the best with the play. True West is at London's Vaudeville Theatre from Friday.
Best of luck to that.